Good afternoon, precious friends. Welcome back to my kitchen, the Carnivore Hippie's Kitchen with Aunt Patty. Today, I'm going to start a series on 5 completely unboring and easy things that you can do with ground beef to support your carnivore way of eating. Just eating hamburger patties or a bowl of ground beef nuggets with ketchup or whatever it is you like to eat them with can get pretty old hat and pretty boring pretty fast. But lucky for you, I know some really easy and really interesting things that you can do with a bunch of pre-cooked ground beef. So a couple of these recipes are going to be with pre-cooked ground beef. You can cook up several pounds of ground beef at the beginning of the week or at the end of the previous week and just have it around and use it for these really fun, really delicious recipes that will even have the non-carnivores in your house looking forward to dinner. I promise you. Okay, so let's get started. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a Thai dish called Larb. It's also pronounced Larb, but it's a Thai or Laotian dish made of seasoned ground beef, and it's traditionally served in lettuce leaves, and I'll show you how to do that. But you can just eat it in a bowl if you want to. So don't let the lettuce put you off. You don't have to eat any lettuce if you don't want to. So let's get started. Whoops, pardon me. So we're going to start. Of course, we're going to need a big skillet. I have already used this skillet to cook a pound of ground beef. And I've left about 2 tablespoons of the beef fat here in the skillet to start us off. Admittedly, the ingredient list for this is going to look a little bit long, but don't let it intimidate you, because I'm going to show you some ways. If you don't want to go through this whole thing, I can show you some tips. I'll tell you some tips and write some things in the recipe in the comments to how you can shorten up this recipe and not make it quite so complicated, although really the most complicated thing about it is preparing the seasonings. So if you're willing to do that, you've got it made. I'm going to put my pan on medium heat and wait for it to heat up while we talk about our ingredients. All we have for hardware for this is a skillet and a spoon. So right here we have our seasonings, and that's going to be a big minced shallot, which is 2 tablespoons, a clove of fresh garlic that I have made into a paste with my microplane grater. Very easy to do. A tablespoon of fresh ginger that I have also made into a paste by scraping across my microplane grater. Easy. Here we have a teaspoon of just purchased chili garlic paste in oil with another, that's a teaspoon, with another teaspoon of olive oil mixed in with it. Here we have the juice of 1 lime. Sorry, I have to get better at putting things in the frame. The juice of 1 lime with some of the lime zest from the lime also scraped off with the microplane grater. There was zest, the juice of 1 whole lime and the zest of half the lime. And we have here 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, which you can just buy in the grocery store. It's easy to find nowadays. We got right here, we have 3 shallots, or not shallots, but scallions or spring onions or green onions. And I've cut the bulbs off and sliced those up fine separately from the green top portions. Okay? And here we have about 2 tablespoons of minced cilantro. And over here, what we're going to be using for serving is we have traditionally it's served in lettuce leaves. These are variously called Boston lettuce, Bibb lettuce, butter lettuce, gem lettuce. It's all the same thing. You can eschew the lettuce altogether. You could put it in iceberg lettuce cups if you prefer. Like I said, you can just leave the lettuce completely out and just eat it in a bowl if you want to. But I'm going to show you the traditional service because it's really pretty and fun. We have here a couple of tablespoons of minced mint leaves. These are spearmint leaves. Now, if you can't find mint, fresh mint, or if you don't want to mess with it, it's a very strong flavor. Some people don't like it. Just leave it out. No problem at all. You do you. Another little bit, about a tablespoon of fresh minced cilantro leaves for finishing, and some sweet chili sauce. This is a sugar-free version that I make, and we'll do another. This is my own homemade sweet chili sauce, and I'll do you a video on how to make that. But you can also purchase it in the store. Hold on, I'll show you. This is called G. Hughes brand. They make a whole bunch of sugar-free, no sugar added sauces. And this has 1 gram of carbohydrate per tablespoon. It's actually quite delicious, although it does have artificial sweeteners in it. So, yeah, it has, what does it have in it? It has something in it. Oh well, I can't see it. We won't bother with it right now. But anyway, this is Thai sweet chili sauce by G. Hughes. Most supermarkets have this nowadays. If you don't want to bother making your own. So now that our pan over here is getting hot and happy. Oh, one last thing. I almost forgot. I'm so disorganized. This is toasted sesame oil, and you may have seen it if you're used to Chinese food. You may see it in a Chinese restaurant in a little bottle. Now, traditionally, this dish is dressed with a toasted rice powder, and we're not going to do a toasted rice powder because it's rice, and you may as well put a teaspoon of sugar on your food. So the toasted rice powder is intended to give a toasty and nutty aroma and taste to the finished dish, which is actually really, really pleasant. But we're not going to do the toasted rice powder. So this sesame oil for garnish is going to add that toasty flavor and aroma that the rice powder would have added. It's not going to be exactly the same, but it is going to be definitely delicious. So, and again, if you don't want to do that, you can leave it out. It'll still be delicious. So here we go. As I said, we've pre-cooked our ground beef. And you can pre-cook it a day ahead of time and just leave it in the fridge if you want to. It's not a problem at all. So when this beef goes in the pan, it's just going to be going in here long enough to heat up. 2 tablespoons of beef fat from the cooking of the ground beef. You can use any kind of fat that you want. You can use ghee. You can use, I wouldn't recommend butter because it'll probably burn. You can use bacon grease, lard, chicken schmaltz, whatever you want. It's up to you. You can do what you want. So this is just starting to smoke a little bit, and we're going to add our shallots, our garlic paste, our ginger paste, and our chili paste and garlic sauce. Now you can add as much, ooh, doggy's coughing. You can add as much chili paste as you want to. Stirring this around. We don't want it to get too hot, but we do want it to cook some. You're going to be amazed at how fast this goes. I'll tell you, the longest amount of time that this takes is assembling the ingredients. Once it starts to go, it's going to be done. So Make sure your diners are assembled when you start putting this in the pan. So I raised it up off the heat to make sure it didn't go too fast. Once this has cooked, you'll notice it starts to get a little softer and kind of pasty. And oh my goodness, it smells incredible. We're gonna, once that is, gosh, it's been what, 90 seconds, 2 minutes. We're gonna add our fish sauce and our lime juice and our ground beef. Gonna turn it up to high so we can get it. We want the fish sauce and the lime juice to reduce a little bit so that it will coat the beef. So stir, stir, stir. I've turned it up to high a little bit so that we can get this evaporation going. Now, I'm going to put our spring onions, our cilantro, and most of our green onions in here. We're going to save a pinch back for garnish. This only has to cook long enough to get warm. See, I told you it was going to be easy and fast. Only takes long enough to heat up. You can even heat your meat, your ground beef up in the microwave a little bit if it's fresh out of the refrigerator so it doesn't take quite so long. And you know what? That's done. That is ready to go. And we're going to show you how we plate this. Once you have all of your ingredients set up, it is zip zap. Could not be faster and easier. So, we take a lettuce leaf. Take a nice big spoonful, put it right in like that. Sorry, I'm working on it, folks. Learning to get things in the shot. A tiny, tiny bit of chili sauce, sweet chili sauce, a couple of fresh green onions, a pinch of cilantro, a pinch of mint, and to finish, just as little as you want. That's probably about 1/4 teaspoon of sesame oil. There you go. You can eat this with a fork, or you can do what is traditionally done. Here, you can do what is traditionally done and roll it up in the leaf like a Laotian or Thai taco. Even if you opt to eat it from a bowl, the beef has a rich flavor, obviously, but the fish sauce doesn't make it taste fishy. It just actually punches up the beefiness of the flavor of the beef. The little tiny bit of sweetness from the sweet Thai chili sauce and the herbaceousness from the herbs just all goes together in this just kabam, kapow of flavor. You can taste everything, the garlic, the ginger, the chili. It's just really kind of mind-blowing, really, how easy it is and how good it is. And I'm going to take another bite. If you like Asian food. Oh, I just got this beautiful hit of mint, which goes with the beef and the cilantro so well. Oh, it's divine. Anyway, if you like Asian food, if you like Thai food, if you like spicy food, even if you don't like spicy food, just cut back on the chili. This really isn't that spicy. A teaspoon of the chili paste really isn't that much. You could add probably twice that much more if you really like it spicy. Or you could just add some hot sauce to taste at the end. You do you. But anyway, that's it. It is that simple. Like I said, it takes longer to assemble the ingredients than it does to actually cook this. So if you have cook a bunch of ground beef at the beginning of the week, and you will have this as a to-go recipe. You can even buy pre-minced garlic, and you can even buy pre-minced ginger in a tube if you don't want to mess with that. But like I said, it took me 30-40 seconds to grate the garlic clove and the ginger root on the microplane grater. And anyway, also what you can do is, if you don't want to mess with buying fish sauce, you can just replace it with regular old soy sauce or shoyu if you have that. Excuse me. So it will also taste delicious. So that's it for right now. I will be back with you with another easy dish that you can do with pre-cooked ground beef very, very soon. And I love you all. Peace, love, and meat. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope you try it. I think you'll be blown away. Have a good day. Peace, love, and meat. I love you. Bye.